to the podcast Drew Finds Out, where I find out all about different people, all different walks of life. Today I have with me the Muldoon, Collin Muldoon, professional wrestler. How you
doing,
man?
The Muldooniac himself, the top paid model in Las Vegas, the missionary of the Fight Club, and nobody can beat me because ambition's the only fuel I need. What do you want to talk about today, Drew? What do you want to find out about me?
How you doing? What you been up to?
Well, I got a title match this weekend. I expect to win that match. Bring the title home to the Fight Club. Colonize my first land, Arizona.
Nice. So tell me about how you got started in wrestling. When you were a young Muldoon, you weren't the Muldoon yet. You hadn't evolved into that yet.
Yeah. So I was a kid. I played with action figures. You know, my dad actually handed me down a lot of I think it was the Hasbros, but the little guys. And, I just smashed them together. I didn't really know too much about wrestling at the time. But I would play with the John Cena action figures too, because that's how much I got into the sport or got into the characters. Whatever it was about it just captured me. So I'm playing with these toys and, I get out of it, but I never really lose my love for wrestling. I come back to it like senior year of high school. That's how late it comes back.
And you were an amateur wrestler, right?
Yes, sir. In high school, I started sophomore year. Slam #1 school in Nevada, All-American. They go all-state pretty much every year. And I was a part of that team. I had a great run,
So you were an amateur wrestler. Do you have any other experience that, because watching your strikes and everything, it looks like you have some boxing experience or something too?
No. I just have hands, man. I just have hands. And anyone can get them. Anyone.
So who did you train? When did you decide to train to be a wrestler? And tell us everything about that. When did you decide to be a wrestler? Who did you train with? And what was people's reactions to that? Like your parents?
Yeah, they thought I was crazy. And at the time, they're probably right. Because when I made the decision to be a professional wrestler, it came during a time when I was at probably the lowest I've ever been. The only thing I had left was wrestling. I had MRSA and sepsis like in between my senior high school wrestling season. And that took me out probably 2 months out of my senior year. And so I missed the football that I used to play. So I'll just run a brief history what happened. I would go to football practice and wrestling practice. They were back-to-back at Slam. So I got a cut from football practice. I get infected during wrestling. But the thing about sepsis and MRSA is you never know when you have it. You never know when it's time. It's bubbles that are ready to pop at any second. So I probably had MRSA for about a month without knowing. And I go to Colorado football camp for my senior year. I'm going to start on D-line. The first day happens, I take a big hit and the abscesses that the MRSA created in my shoulder and my hip bursted. So that next day I wasn't able to move at all. And it's not like me to be like, Coach, I can't make it to practice, but I couldn't even walk. Like I couldn't walk. It debilitated my ability to walk. And I just thought I got hit. I have no clue what MRSA is, what the staph infection can do, that I could be possibly dying in that second. So a couple of days football camp passes. I'm not playing at all. I'm bedridden. We go home. I'm on the bus. Like it's just the cramps hurt, my shoulder, my waist. And then I'm at home for about a couple of days and I'm just writhing in pain at this point because I can't walk. Every time I try to move, it's just straight pain. So they try to sit me down for like an MRI and I couldn't keep my leg down or my shoulder down. It's just where I was at in that point of sepsis or MRSA. And when we finally got down to it, I had 2 emergency surgeries to get rid of this abscess and get rid of the abscess on my shoulder. I had one growing on the bottom of my spine, going up to my brain, which was going to be fatal. So at that moment, what led me to become a wrestler was just looking at synchronicities. Why does my life get fucked up in a moment where I'm about to excel? So I look at the day I was born, November 13th, 2005. The same day Eddie Guerrero passed away. And yes, I am the reincarnation of Eddie Guerrero. And I mean that wholeheartedly.
Wow, that's that's really something. So
yeah, they thought I was crazy, and until I made this vision a reality, and now I'm gonna go capture this title this weekend. You know, this all happened in under 3 years. I go back to high school, October. I'm ready to. My mind is only set on wrestling because all I was watching when I was bedridden in the hospital and when I was bedridden at home with the PICC line in my arm, the only thing I was watching was wrestling. And I'll recall my favorite moments. Darby Allin, Jeff Hardy. That didn't happen during the time, but that was just one of the moments that I was like, holy shit. Like, that is one of the best moments I've ever seen, you know?
you're a big guy, but the high flyers are the ones that you like.
It's inspiring, dude, because I seen something on his chest that really resided with me at the time. Nothing's over till you're underground. And when I was at that stage where I was at knocking on death's door, I mean, nobody embodied death and getting over it more than Darby Allin. Yeah, his story is amazing. And then, you know, I got inspired by other wrestlers on the way too. But you know I was sent back here to show the people that Viva la Raza and the Latino heat still lives on.
And you had a pretty successful rookie year. You were, I saw that you were undefeated.
Yes.
The undefeated rookie of the year.
Undefeated rookie of the future stars of wrestling. Future star of wrestling. That's the Muldoon.
Yeah, that's where I found you. Future Stars of Wrestling up in the HyperX Arena in Las Vegas. I saw you in the Battle Royal this last 2 days ago. And yeah, you lost. I didn't expect that. I'm like, this huge ass man, the big muscles and all this shit. Like, I thought you wouldn't have any trouble with that one.
You know, it's Fight Club business. We don't talk about it. We don't talk about it. I don't even know what he's talking about.
But you did have a successful rookie year, though, undefeated. So pretty cool.
Yeah, no. Let me tell you guys something about my rookie year. Right after battling MRSA and sepsis, we're back. I finished my senior night, and I meet some fat 20-miler veteran, Cowjack. And the way I meet this man is I'm in the dean's office because I was going to fight these 4 kids because, well, they had something to say about the Muldoon. But the Muldoon has something to do about it. Something to Muldoon about it. So I meet this man in the dean's office, and they pull up my transcript, or I think it was my student education data or something. But I typed in what I wanted to be, when I grew up. It was a WWE. I just put WWE, and it turns out this guy was in the NXT. So he's like, "All right, kid, take down my Instagram." Not really thinking that, like, you know, I'm gonna hit him up. Next week, I hit him up, and I'm in the FSW arena right after my senior night for wrestling at Slam. So right after season, I'm back wrestling, doing what I love, just in a different form. And then I get to bring the other form that I love, folk style. I get to bring that over to the pro wrestling style. And it works. I knock people out, shit. And it's like, yeah, shit. But Kowjack. He's not really thinking I'm gonna like become something. So he takes his shit and leaves, you know? He takes his shit and leaves. Sends me to the school, takes his shit and leaves. And he comes back for a match at Slam. And you know, we ended up having a tag team together, me and that motherfucker. We ended up having a tag team together. Me and my evil dean. We had a tag team together to overcome the powers, but it's okay because we made the children happy. And that's all that matters at the end of the day.
So you started wrestling, but you trained under Chris Bay. He was with TNA.
Oh yeah, I trained with Chris Bay, Sim Bodie, Kenny King. I trained with the likes of Ice Williams, Brett the Threat, Fresco, Sim Bodie.
You trained with Brett the Threat, and you have a match with him coming up in California, right?
Fight Club business. You know, you never know.
But let's see. So you drew the biggest crowd I saw in Big Valley Wrestling, the main event of Big Valley Wrestling.
That show I main evented was the one I had a tag with Kowjack in. What kind of shit is that? I had a tag team with him at my own school, and we drew the most money. We were supposed to fight. But that's all right. I think he wants to come back. I don't think he's ever coming back. Kowjack, do you want to come back? Actually fight me one-on-one. I think it's time.
Have you ever gotten any pushback from the veterans? Like, you're the new guy coming in, you're winning all your matches, and like they might not like that? Like, kind of behind the scenes?
I don't give a shit. I don't give 2 shits. I don't give 3 shits. I don't give 69 shits, all right? What any old, wrinkly old man has to think, I have my own OGs that already care about me. Sin Bodie, Rip Rogers. These are real OGs.
You met Rip Rogers, and you met, what's his name? The guy that...
Santino Marella.
Oh, well, I wasn't even talking about him, but you met Santino Marella?
Yeah, Muldooniac Vlogs. Go to the YouTube right now. Collin Muldoon, subscribe. I think it's like the WrestleMania episode. Hella cameos. But Rip Rogers makes a cameo with Santino Marella, and we're all just together chilling in the video. Yeah.
So what was that like?
That was so cool. So I actually worked WrestleCon, and I didn't know who I was actually going to work for. So they ended up putting me with Santino Marella. And I actually had a great time working with him. Really funny guy, really cool guy. Rip Rogers came up, just ribbing right away. Trying to grab up, you know how he be. You know.
Enzo, that's who I was thinking of. I saw that.
One of my favorite wrestlers, Enzo Amore. I need to have a match with him. This needs to happen. But Enzo, he really reminds me of my uncle with his crazy hair. Because my uncle has the crazy hair, and he's also and that side is also from New York. So he takes my grandma raised him, obviously, so he takes after that New York side, and he's got the J's, he got the drip, and he's got the Alamo, you know, in his voice too. It just reminds me of my crazy uncle.
That I knew you were gonna say uncle. I don't know how. He has an uncle vibe.
Yeah, my uncle with the crazy hair for sure.
But let's see. So you're in crazy shape. You can't tell because of the jacket,
crazy.
But like you're freaking huge. When did when did you get in that kind of shape? And what does it take? Like meals?
I'm crazy.
What's your workout like?
I'm crazy.
What is all that?
So what I did to get in shape was, even after, I'll take it back from sepsis and MRSA when I was cutting weight for wrestling when I weighed like 165 pounds. I just started eating. And then right after season, because one piece of advice I got was like you have to weigh like 190 to like look formidable as like a wrestler. And I took that advice and I was like, all right, just eat, but eat healthy. Always kept like yogurt and eggs in my diet, and always made sure to do cardio in the form of sprints too. And then like just sprints, Stairmaster. That's pretty much all I did for cardio too, and just to keep me shredded. And a lot of steak, potatoes. Creatine's good. Go ahead, take creatine if you want. Protein powders, protein shakes. I do a lot of protein shakes. You can hit me up on Instagram for the recipes. Not for sale.
So that's your looks maxing thing for Clav. Lessons for Clav. I saw you taking jabs at Clav on Twitter.
Yeah. You
didn't even have to jab up, you said.
Like MJF said, I think Clav's a thing.
Oh wow, okay. Might have to
and I think
block some words out.
And I think I would slap the shit out of Clav if I ever seen him in real life. Me and Clav are not the same at all. Yet he wants to be like, oh, I had a rough upbringing. Like, dude, your daddy is like Peter Thiel. Like, literally, he's your dad. Your dad's a millionaire. All right, and you fucked it up for yourself. You got a nose job. You're not Michael Jackson. All right, Michael Jackson's the GOAT.
There you go.
I always kept Michael Jackson in my Mount Rushmore. Always, even before the movie came out.
You met Michael Jackson out on.
I met Michael Jackson. Well, that wasn't really me.
Out in
no.
Out on the strip.
Yeah.
But
sometimes Eddie Guerrero, he likes to go down on Fremont Street and he likes to raise up tortas and and he catches vibes with Michael Jackson street performers.
You're fresh to wrestling and stuff.
That's Eddie Guerrero coming out. And sometimes
Okay, Eddie.
He comes out in the ring. I did a frog splash in Maxi Cali. And right after I said, Viva la Raza.
I saw that. You're fresh to wrestling though. Is there anything that surprised you when you got into the business that you didn't expect?
I was ready for everything. Because at that point I was ready to die to become a wrestler. At that moment in my life, Nick Wayne, he just got signed to AEW that summer. I was like, holy shit, I don't care if it takes me 5 years, 10 years, 15 years. I need to be on TV because that is what the kid wanted who was playing with his father's Hasbros. That's what he wanted at the time. And that's what came right back to me when I was on Death's Door.
Do promos come naturally to you? You're a really good talker. Did it take a while to build up that skill or what?
Whatever comes to me in the moment, I will say, and I will reap every repercussion for it.
I think you told your next opponent that you'd wear their face like a mask and do a sexy dance afterwards.
Yeah. Very, very Hillary Clinton coded. I'm going to chop his face off and I'm going to wear it as a mask. And I'm going to dance around him. And then I'm going to just raise up that Unleashed title. And I will mark my first colony.
Now, I thought it was more Dwight Schrute coded, where we took off that mannequin's mask and wore it.
I'm talking more Anthony Weiner laptop, life insurance file, Hillary Clinton.
Okay, so you keep up with politics then? I mean,
yeah,
you knew Anthony Weiner. You have to know a little bit about politics.
You know what? When I was in 5th grade, it was my teachers. It's the school system. So, of course, I kept up with politics, But when I realized that it's just all a stupid game of, divide and conquer, I was like, oh, okay, let's become a wrestler.
When I saw you at the show, it was funny because you come out with the big personality and everything. But then when you were done, you go to the bar, you have all the women swarming you. You're trying to like, get the fuck off me, all
Get
this
the
shit.
fuck
But like,
off me. Don't touch
like,
my hair.
you're
Don't touch my hair. Like, what are you doing?
you're
sorry.
exactly the same though as you like are in the ring. It's really funny like watching you in the ring than watching you off in the distance because it was like basically the same person.
Oh yeah. I was out there because I was cheering my boy Brett on. Fight Club. He's on. Nevada State champion. He's on. I can't say okay, but let's talk about the show. Dude, Bodie, fake heavyweight. Bodie, young prodigy. What? If they gave me one shot at Bodie, young prodigy, well, I'd rip off his head and I'd put it on Jaden Cole's immobile body. And then I think I'd be satisfied. Yeah. Then I think I'd be satisfied.
Ripping off faces and ripping off heads and shit. Like this is.
I would rip off Bodie's head, put it on Jaden Cole's body, and then I'm gonna rip off Jeffrey Excellence's arm, and I'm gonna put it on Jaden Cole's body too. And my first title defense, with all the titles, will be against that Frankenstein I have made of all the champions. That will be my first title defense.
So that's pretty big FSW news that you just challenged the world champion. Basically, that's basically what you're doing.
They know who I am. They know that I'm ready. That's why I'm not always seen.
What are some of your favorite moves to do besides the Swanton and the frog splash?
Well, listen, Swanton bomb, I put my own spin on it. Put the birds up. Because fuck you, pay me. Fuck you, attitude, embodied. So when I hit that Swanton bomb, it's not just like a fuck you to the opponent. It's a fuck you to the world. Fuck you to the people who doubted me when I said I wanted to be a wrestler. Because look at me now.
It's a good thing this isn't a PG podcast.
Absolutely not. Absolutely not.
But let's see.
Don't do drugs, kids. Real heroes don't do drugs.
You've got a lot of the basics down, like basically all the basics down. A lot of wrestlers, they just want to, especially when the younger ones, just kind of do like high flying stuff. But you have like the psychology down too. Like, is that something that you've thought about, or just something that just comes naturally to you, or like, kind of like MJF? Like he has the basics down like really well. So if he doesn't want to do all that, the flipping and flopping and stuff, he doesn't have to.
And I absolutely don't. But when I want to say fuck you, hit that swanton, I'm going to. Because fuck you.
You did a cartwheel the other night.
That was one of Gabe Roca's moves. And I was just like, bro, if you're hitting it, I'm hitting it too. I stole that shit.
Some guy in the crowd next to me, he's like, was that really necessary? I was like, yeah, it's
super necessary.
Cool as fuck.
Super necessary. Overly necessary. Overly.
You met Dana White. Mm-hmm. What was that like? Where was that? What's the story behind that?
Yeah, we had a great conversation. I was at the UFC Apex. I met him in the summer, at the convention. Yeah, I kept in contact with him, and I went to the Apex. And we were talking about some things about getting me into Power Slap. I was like, Dana, no. If I have to do Power Slap, I'm just gonna be a wrestler, and then I'll transition to fighting. Because I'm gonna be the big money fight. All right, I'm not gonna be the 18-year-old pretty boy slapper that they wanted me to be. Like, why would I take that for $5,000 show, $5,000? So I'd rather take the other path and just like work, let me grow into my own body, and then when I'm finally ready to knock some motherfucker out, Andrew, no. I won't call out anybody, but when I'm finally ready to knock some motherfucker out, then I will. Then we will cross that bridge. And I will get paid the money that I'm owed, the money that I'm due.
I got a little nervous there. My name's Drew. I thought you were calling me out for a second. I was like, oh, this is
I was about
to have a slap fight on camera.
Nah, they'd have to pay me for that. I don't know if
the studio's equipped for that.
They'd have to pay me for that. So no, Dana White tried to, but it's all right. I'm gonna be a fighter. We made that deal. That's why in that photo we shook hands. He's like, "I'll see you, kid. I'll see you around. You'll be in the UFC one day." I know.
Have you had any injuries while you've been wrestling?
So, like I said, I had MRSA and sepsis.
That was before you started wrestling,
Exactly,
though, right?
Exactly.
So basically, anything that happens after
my whole
that.
wrestling career was just like that, and I made sure to work extremely safe afterwards. I had a huge scar, and I still have a huge scar, and I would be really wary. I wrestled good like a motherfucker my senior year. Put kids in spladles, embarrass them, be out of state, winning like a motherfucker. But as soon as they threw in that half on my left shoulder, I'm gonna go over because, like, it not only does it fucking hurt, but I'm not going to risk anything coming about it. I'm gonna be a safe worker because even then I knew I was gonna be a professional wrestler afterwards. So I was gonna be a safe worker. We'd get the fucking reps in, and I did wrestle like a motherfucker.
So no injuries in wrestling so far. You've been what, 2 years now? Because you're like 20, right?
Yep.
So you've been wrestling for 2 years.
I started. I'm in a year and some change.
Oh shit! Not even 2 years.
Exactly. Started training February 2024. Debuted December 2024. Long enough to make a baby. Long enough to make the best wrestling career ever.
What's your favorite wrestling right now? AEW, WWE? Like, what do you watch? I didn't know that was a hard question.
I think FSW is the best. I think that's what I watch. I watch Collin Muldoon matches, Brett the Threat matches.
A lot of wrestlers don't
Chris Bay matches.
A lot of wrestlers don't actually watch, WWE, AEW, stuff like that. I've found out, like, just talking to them, they're like, yeah, I don't really watch.
Okay. Yeah. And I get it. I'll just say I will leave it at that. I get it.
When you did watch though, who, like, do you ever like study anybody? Like some people talk about like studying the older stuff.
So no, Eddie Guerrero, sometimes he just speaks to me in the ring. And when I have a couple of drinks, sometimes he just gets out and rizzes up tortas.
So Eddie's your favorite, clearly.
He lives in me. Like,
if he lives in you, he has to be your favorite.
Like, I'm the reincarnation of him, like literally. Like, I had to come back here and spread the message. Shawn Michaels, Stone Cold Steve Austin. Always loved them. Rip Rogers, I go back and watch. Simbodi, I go back and watch. Yeah.
Let's talk about some of your tattoos, because I always ask about people's tats when they have them.
Yeah. I'm tatted all the way up. What about them?
What are they? Where are they? What's the meaning behind them? All that.
Yeah. Hey, people pay a lot of money to see this. People pay a lot of money.
Can the camera see them? You have to go back.
Maybe one of them. I just had to take this off. These are 2 roses. MRSA. This is sepsis. This is my eye. I got it scanned. I actually got it scanned on Fremont Street. I got it tatted on.
You said your tattoo is sepsis?
The 2 roses represent that for me.
How so? Like, what's the
how they grow through.
Oh, cool.
Chris Bay tattoo. So he put me on. At that time when I was almost dead, all I was watching was AEW. Big Mark, right? He put me in the same locker room, dressed me out, put me in a battle royal. I ended up being in the same locker room as John Morrison, RVD, Swerve Strickland, Leo Rush. I met all the Killer Cross. I met all these people because of Chris Bay, and he came. Not only did he break his fucking neck week after week wrestling the Hardys, but he came back to train us. So
he came back to train you after he broke his neck?
Yes.
Wow.
He learned how to walk again. and he learned, and he came back to train us, just like that. I was training with him just this week. So, a couple months passed, but I'm just so inspired by Chris Bay because he's walking again. He's training us again. So, tattoo artist has like a little $50 day. So it's like, all right, wow, $50. This right here is Psalms 23:4. Shall not fear no man but God, though I walk through the valley of death. This right here is my family crest, and like a nice tribal, Celtic tribal. I am Irish at the end of the day. This right here, my favorite rapper X, he passed away. It was just his anniversary. He really inspired me. The way he would talk, and the way he would try, and the way his message was just so oriented towards the future and the growth of the youth. I mean, that's all that matters. That's all that matters, because we can't have people dying. We can't have people dying. We need kids to learn better, and we need kids to love each other and look after each other. And we need to start taking care of children and saving them, and stop exposing them to some harmful stuff. And we can all do better as a society to just protect children.
You have the religious tattoo. A lot of people, when they look at you, wouldn't necessarily think like, oh, he's super spiritual or whatever. What's your spiritual story? How did you become Christian and all that kind of stuff?
So my grandma was Catholic. She always kept me. Into like a nice religious space when it came to thinking, and God's always watching, and it wasn't until like I was like 16 when I was like, okay, Jesus is God. And then and then when I was 17, when sepsis and MRSA happened, I didn't lose my faith, and that was just due to the fact that my grandma just instilled that in me. So I probably call myself a Christian, just the way I found Jesus and God. The way I trust him.
Yeah, it's in your bio on Twitter. There was one video you posted where you ran into a street preacher on Fremont Street, and you were talking to him.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. Especially since Las Vegas is like one of the most godless places on earth. I mean, the divorce, I think, is like number one in divorces in America. It's the lowest education system. It's honestly a shithole. So, and it's hot as shit. It's compact as shit. I go to other places. I go to Flagstaff, one of the nicest places I've ever been. We go to El Paso, Texas, spacey. And then you go back to Las Vegas, very compact. Just only thing to do is gambling. And my first tattoo right here. My first tattoo.
What does it say? Muldoon?
Yeah. Oh, by the way, this belt cost $30K. Look it up. This belt cost $30K. Look it up. These shoes, $500. This jacket. This jacket.
That jacket?
Priceless. Priceless.
Was the belt worth $30K? Like, was it worth it?
I don't know.
I don't know.
I don't know. Ask your mother's mother.
Oh God, you're funny. You slammed your tattoo artist though on Instagram. I saw that.
Yeah, he fucked me up.
What did he fuck up? Was it that bad? You had to body slam the man?
Super necessary, right? He when he was tatting that area I just showed you, he looked away and like he scratched my leg, so I have like a little line right here. Yeah.
Huh. You have some on your legs? Don't take off your pants.
I don't have any. No, you would have to pay a lot of money for that. And honestly, the Muldoon's not for sale. All right. That's the virgin hole Cat Williams was talking about.
So Dream places to go and places that you've already been. Places you've already been and places that you want to go to.
I like to visit Ireland. I like to go wrestle in Japan. I like to be in Japan. I like to get that whole experience. Um, those are my Mexico, just to wrestle in Mexico. And I'd like to wrestle in Hawaii. I don't know, it just sounds weird, but I like to wrestle in Hawaii.
I live in Hawaii. I'll have to.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Let's do it.
But I love Vegas. I know you don't. I love Vegas. I love being down here.
Just imagine being
The
here for
vibe.
20 years. 20 long years.
Everybody I run into in Vegas, they don't live here. They're like, everybody's just visiting. It's funny to run into somebody that actually like lives here. You know.
No, I'm born and raised here. You know,
Las Vegas actually has a really pop-in wrestling scene. I didn't really realize that.
it all happened when Muldoon came to the business. It was like it was like overnight. They're like, holy shit, we got to get better before this Muldoon kid takes over.
Do you have a lot of pride behind the Muldoon name? Because you always say Muldoon, Muldoon. Like, is there a lot of like?
I am the Muldoon, like, and I am the embodiment of Muldoon.
I wish I had a name that
Eddie Guerrero came back and chose the name Collin Muldoon. So I am the shit.
I wish I had a last name I could use like a verb like you do.
Yeah. Yeah.
But
Maul and the Doonies.
what are some of your goals in wrestling?
Being on top. That's all that matters. All the belts. That's all that matters. All the contracts, all the money. Fuck the contracts. All the money. All the money. And all that comes with it.
What's the biggest successes you've had so far in your career?
Selling out Slam. That was my old high school. Same one I almost died at. You know. I sold that place out, drew the highest number for that company. It was a shame. You know, we had a tag that night, but it was for the betterment of society that night. We had to take over the bad guys. We had to take over the bad guys. You know, if they won, the kids would have been crying. I mean, if they won, the kids would have been crying. like they were the bad guys. Like,
So you're the good guy when you show up at your high school, because
yeah. I'm the unspoken voice of the youth. Yeah.
you have real heel vibes, but you can be a face too. You can be the fan favorite too.
I'm not a bad guy. I'm not a bad guy. You know, I put on a show for the kids because that's who I was. I was a kid who loved wrestling. But I do it for.
That's cool.
I'm not a bad guy.
What were your friends in high school reacting like? I mean, you wrestled at your high school, so I assume your friends were there.
They were there. And it was so surreal. Just such a crazy moment that happened. Like, maybe just, it was like under a year. Just it happened. And they were there. And then next thing you know, I'm in and out of state my rookie year. Just, I'm on the road and getting paid, doing the shit I love. And the shit I birthed. You know?
Tell me about fan interactions. Like, because I saw you sign some kid's shoe on Instagram. Like,
Yeah, the kids always come up to me and tell me to sign their shoe. Sometimes their parents are like, no. And some kids gonna have like a hot mom, just like, all right, let me get your number though. Yeah, it's just the name of the game though. Yeah.
seems like you really love kids and interacting with kids and stuff.
That's, you know, kids will always tell you the truth. You know, if they see a shitty match, they'll be like, that fucking sucked. But if you have a shitty match and you go backstage, they'll be like, oh, good job, man. Good job.
You ever felt like you had a shitty match when it was over?
No, I don't. I'm just putting belt to ass, for real.
What's your favorite match you've had so far?
It would be my match against Kamikaze in Mexico. One half of the 420 brothers, they wrestled down in AAA, and I beat them in my debut in Mexicali. All right, I beat them in my debut in Mexicali by FU Swanton. I beat him by FU Swanton, and that was a full circle moment for me. It was the first time I went out of state for wrestling. And I was still in my first year, maybe like 5 months, and I get my first paycheck. I'm roading with a buddy, and fuck that. I'm living the life now. I'm on the road.
What are some of your goals in wrestling?
You asked me this, but I will be way more clear. All the belts, all the money, all the TV screens, and all that comes with it.
Oh, that's pretty clear. What are some of your hobbies and interests outside of wrestling?
Well, I am a model, so I get paid hefty amounts of money just being able to model what I want, when I want, whenever I want.
Like a catwalk model where they walk on the catwalk and show off clothes, or what kind of modeling do you do?
I model my own clothes. It's an extension of the modeling. Top paid model in Las Vegas. I get a lot of the money. No. I get 100% of the money I make from merch. TheMuldoon.com. Log in, boss up. Buy a shirt. Buy all of them. What are you doing with your life? You're not gonna support a wrestler? What, and you're gonna boo me? Boo you.
It's usually customary that the guest brings the host a shirt. Like you didn't. Oh no. Oh, okay. I'm just saying. Usually, that's what happened. Okay. Well,
I'm not laughing.
What are some of your personal goals outside of wrestling? What's some stuff you're looking towards?
I do plan on having that big money fight one day. Like you said, I have hands like a motherfucker. I can box. I will knock a motherfucker out. I'm not scared. I am fearless. And I will get in the ring with anybody, any size.
Yeah, your manager said he's like, while you were off doing whatever, he was like, he has a future in UFC. He's like, he's going to be in WWE. He's going to be in the UFC.
Yeah. Acting too. Acting. One role I really want to prize is I want to actually reprise Roddy Piper's role in They Live. When they finally remake it, they get the CGI, right? It's a big production film, and the Muldoon is leading it because not only can he act like a motherfucker, not only can he wrestle like a motherfucker, not only is he the next Roddy Piper, the next Eddie Guerrero, not only can he model, but he can fucking act. And that's what they're going to realize when They Live comes out and they recast Muldoon.
Have you taken drama classes or anything
I took theater in high school.
Oh.
Fun fact.
Wow. So you performed in front of a crowd already?
One thing I'm so resentful about is
you were never cast.
Even when I had theater in elementary school, I was never in the plays. I was just never in the plays. They never had a spot for me. I was just like a sore thumb. They just stuck out or something.
So now you're gonna get revenge, and you're
I'm
going to get
the biggest money roles in Hollywood possible.
Who's your favorite actors and actresses? What kind of movies do you like?
Eminem and 8 Mile. Really good movie. Team America. Trey Parker, Matt Stone. Just voiced what is it? They voiced like the whole cast. Funny movie. You seen the movie? Team America. World Police. Puppetry. You'll have to watch it. If you don't, I will find you. And I will rip your face off and wear it.
See, that's another political movie, right? I think there's politics involved in that. Team America, World Police.
Yes, but it is so satirical. And like I said, Trey Parker, Matt Stone, they made South Park. So you know what you're in for as soon as you turn on the movie and you see the first scene.
Favorite TV show?
Eastbound and Down.
Oh, that's
Kenny. Okay, yeah. Let's talk about it. Danny McBride's one of my favorite actors. Vice Principal's a good show. I didn't watch that Rothschild show he made. Or, what is it? Gemstone. I didn't watch that other show he made. But Eastbound and Down, Vice Principals, really good. Really funny. Sitcom. Funny.
I love I don't know if you ever saw it. I'll have to send it to you. YouTube, where it's a blooper scene where Will Ferrell's on Eastbound and Down. And he's talking about, he's like, special 2 plums for 1.
Big plums.
Beautiful bluish hue.
Yeah.
I'll put that in the bio so people know what the fuck I'm talking
about. Let the boy watch. He needs to learn the same way I learned
from my father.
My father. The same way he learned from his father. Ashley Schaefer is one hell of a character because he just looks like Ric Flair. I sent a video to Rip Rogers and I was like, yo, this is so you. And the video goes as follows. Don't, what is it? What's the scene? Don't you rise up on me, you animals.
I don't remember that one.
I am your master. You are my possession. And they're about to beat Kenny and then they start rising up on him. And he's like, don't rise up on me. And they start beating his ass. But great show. Great show. Dragon Ball Z is a great show. I grew up on that. Eastbound. I grew up on South Park, Eastbound. I grew up on South Park, Dragon Ball Z, and Pokemon. And you know, we can get into the chat. Pokemon too. Super Mario Bros. Show when I was little.
You should have went to Collecticon the other day. I met the Miz there.
They have another one coming. They have another like Pokemon thing tomorrow. My friend's gonna be there, but no. This Saturday, my friend's gonna be there, but I'm gonna be in Arizona wrestling. I do have a Pokemon binder, and it is a hand me down from my uncle with the crazy hair, and I trust me, I got that Charizard. I got the base set Blastoise, Charizard, Venusaur. All right, I'm set for life whenever I want to be. All right, I don't even have to work. I don't even have to wrestle. You guys are lucky I'm here. This is what I want to do.
So Saturday you're going to be in Arizona. That's also the day Forbidden Doors happening in AEW. Do you have? I don't know how much you watch. Do you have any prediction for Swerve versus Will Ospreay?
I remember summer of 2023, right before I had Staff and MRSA. AEW Forbidden Door was on, and it was Takeshita and MJF. Or was it? I think it was Tanahashi and MJF. I think it's 2023. Oh, yeah. Anyways, I'm a janitor. I'm working janitor at that time at a yoga place. At yoga, and I'm just cleaning these rooms whenever they leave. And what I leave on the TV is Forbidden Door, because that's all I cared about that summer when I started my first wrestling season, and going into my second wrestling season, I was like, "Ooh, I want that attitude now," So I'm watching these motherfuckers, and AEW was probably my favorite at the time. That's what I was watching at the time. It's probably what I subscribed to the most. That's probably what I subscribed to.
Oh, but that didn't answer. Swerve or Ospreay?
Forbidden Door really inspired me. And that pivotal moment in my life, watching Forbidden Door, that's one thing I can recall about that movie.
Okay, well, do you have any, or what's your favorite music? What's on your Spotify?
Oh, except country. All right, country. What?
That's exactly. I'm originally from Georgia, and I hate country music. That's the only thing I hate. Everything else, whatever.
Yeah, country's trash.
Favorite food? There's a lot of food around here in Vegas.
Steak.
What's your favorite local place in Vegas? If you're going to Vegas, where do you got to eat at? That's a loaded question because there's a lot of places around here. I love Hell's Kitchen. The lobster risotto.
Yeah. Hell's Kitchen.
You been there?
No.
You ain't got no food suggestions for us? Yeah, as a man like you have to eat so much fucking protein. There's no way you ain't eating.
Dude, it's steak. Like, you find a nice steakhouse, all right? I just make a steak and I eat it. Or eggs. I get eggs and I eat it. All right.
So you're not really out too much in Vegas trying all the different places and stuff?
Nobu. Go to Nobu. Nobu got the best steak.
What is your diet? We haven't really talked too much about that. What do you eat?
Yogurt, eggs, steak.
I see wrestlers all the time eating like huge, crazy, massive amounts of food. Like, I guess to put on muscle or whatever. Do you do that? Like, you eat like a shit ton of food or just like normal?
I'm liable to. Sometimes. I might be liable to.
But not for your diet, just because you like.
Because I'm hungry.
Okay.
And I want a cookie. Protein.
Do you have any funny stories behind the scenes in wrestling? Like anything that pops up in your head?
This shit ain't a game. There ain't shit funny about it.
Nope.
I'm not laughing. I'm not a joking guy.
Mm.
I'm a serious guy.
Favorite books you read?
I do read. The Rose That Grew from Concrete by Tupac Shakur.
What's something that most people wouldn't know about you that we haven't talked about so far?
I'm really fucking rich. You know, I save a lot of money in assets, physical and digital, and you know, I can leave this earth when I want. Like literally, I could go to them. Like I'll be the first wrestler, streamer, model, actor on the moon. But I choose to be here and wrestle for you guys right now.
Do you have any hidden talents? Like I can do the pin drop. That always shocks people. Like, do you have any hidden talents? Something that we don't know about?
No.
You just put it all out. You whatever you're good at, you just put out there.
You know, sometimes Eddie Guerrero speaks to me. You know, I don't know where it comes from, but he's in like it comes through my head, and it's like.
What's something that you've learned this year?
I
always ask everybody that.
Just do.
Sometimes you get funny answers, and sometimes you get deep answers. So it's kind of like interesting.
I learned that fat women. No. I'll keep that one.
I want to know where that one was going.
No,
Something about fat women.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You know, I learned that less is more, and if it's not, then fucking make it matter. You know?
If less is more, though, just imagine how much more would be.
It'd be too much.
Oh.
Need too much for people. Too much to digest. You can fucking kill them. Too much food.
Okay, all the girls are wanting to know now. Who are you with? Anybody? Do you have anything going on? What's the landscape like for you with the ladies? They're all wanting to know.
They all no.
They probably all left comments already at this point in the video.
Like no, I already know. You know, ladies.
Do they have a shot?
I am single.
Can they message you? Can they hit you up? Like, what's going? Do they just need to
I am
come
single.
find you?
Ladies,
find you after the show.
Ladies, I'm single.
Ric Flair says like the amount of women he's been with, like if you add it up, it'd be like 2 or 3 women like every single night for like the last like 50 years or something crazy.
Yeah, something about that era. Yeah.
So you're not dating anybody. They have a shot. They just need to hit you up in the DMs, pop up at the shows.
I'm single.
Like the other night.
I'm single.
I will warn them though. You do have like a stick that you just like it was got a little bit brutal the other night, and you have to get them off of you. That you should come with a warning. You know.
Who? Whatever.
But let's see. So let's see. This Saturday, you got Sexy Roy that you're facing.
It's not sexy, bro.
He goes by Sexy Roy.
But he's not.
Somebody must have called him that. I mean, he goes by it. Like, no?
No anorexic Star-Lord from Guardians of the Galaxy is going to pick me up and beat me. I've been through too much. I'm fucking crazy. I'm going to fucking rip your face off. And I'm going to wear it as a mask.
I said you're going to eat him alive because, you need the protein.
I'm crazy, but I'm not cannibalistic. Yeah. Yeah.
Then July 6th, you have San Jose, California. Oh, yeah. Where all have you been wrestling now? You've been you're going to San Jose. You're going to,
I've been to Mexicali, Hopeville, El Paso, Arizona, well, Phoenix, Arizona, and now we're starting to make our way northern of Cali, in the Bay, San Jose, San Diego coming up. I'm booked up for July, and out of state too. I'm booked up for July. July 4th, FSW Arena. July 11th, San Jose, I think, and then July 18th, San Diego. 25th, be out in Phoenix. The 8th should be out in Mexicali, and then we're getting my management team to work on New York stuff come fall.
Nice. New York. Wow.
It's where it's where I want to wrestle. One of the places I want to wrestle too. Hammerstein Ballroom.
Oh, was that the
One Night Stand?
Yeah, I knew. I was like the ECW arena.
Mm-hmm. That's one place I need to wrestle.
Wow. Let's see. So your social media, you got Kick.
The Muldoon everywhere.
Kick is missionary Muldoon.
Kick is missionary Muldoon.
Where did that nickname come from?
I'm the missionary.
What does that mean though?
Jesus sent back Eddie Guerrero as Collin Muldoon to spread the message that Jesus is God.
Eddie has never gotten so much
Jesus is Lord.
Free promotion. You also have the _ Muldoon for Instagram, Twitter, and TikTok.
Yes.
Twitter is a little bit different than the rest of your social media. You kind of let loose a little more on there.
If what's your favorite? No. What's your favorite tweet? I delve into a lot of stuff. I'm a philosophical guy.
There's something about whores are the same as some.
Okay, we could talk about the archetype of the whore because this is a cool conversation I'll actually get into. The whore is actually just as lonely as the cooler older brother. The brother at the parties, the brother when he has his parties and he's kicking it with all the boys, he's lonely when he gets home. The whore, she's getting fucked all night or the whore's just fucking with all the guys all night. Then she gets home, she's also lonely. And they both have nobody. I don't think the cooler older brother wants the whore. I think it's two sides of the same archetype.
Wow, that's really deep.
Thank you. The philosophical Muldoon. Philosophical.
So you got your Twitter, your TikTok, your Instagram, the _ Muldoon, and you have your YouTube channel.
There is a deep shadow that you need to understand.
You do vlogs on your YouTube channel?
Yes. Yes, I do.
Like weekly or something like that?
Muldoon Mania. Weekly vlogs.
So you have to go get on all his socials, find his YouTube channel, subscribe here. That's the more important thing. Subscribe
to Collin Muldoon. All right. Watch Muldoon Mania. Muldooniac Mondays every fucking Monday. All right. Subscribe. Leave a like on this podcast. What is it?
Drew Finds Out. And also, thanks for coming on, by the way. Making time I know you're rich. I know you have a lot going on.
I didn't have to do this.
You didn't have to do this.
You know what? Let me tell you guys something about him. He fucking dived right into his pockets for me. All right? I wasn't gonna do this for at least anything less than $5,000. So I appreciate you having me on. Yeah. Over.
Yep. Well, thanks for watching. Make sure to subscribe.